What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. And the time you guys see this, it will be February 1st. Now between February like 4th and 6th, 7th kind of time, the new PlayStation Plus games come out each and every month. And this month, one of the main ones is UFC 4. So there's going to be a huge influx of new players. And I thought I'd give some advice, mainly advice, a little bit of tips, but mainly advice on when jumping into UFC 4 online and career mode. Because even now on some of my older videos, I still get questions like how to retire. I'm not answering that. I'm not answering how to retire in career mode. You should know how to retire in real life. You get to the end of your career and you retire. I shouldn't have to explain that. It blows my mind. But anyways, without further ado, guys, let's jump into it. I'm probably going to put some old gameplay of mine over the top of this because I don't want to go back on the game because I don't want to record any new gameplay. I don't enjoy the game enough to touch it again. So let's get into it. First things first, in my opinion, the game's biggest plus is it has the most current roster, and they also do update the fighters a little bit late, but after each event, or at least they try their best. And other than that, it is mostly hated by the community that play it, and it is very clear that EA do not give a shit about their game. So when you jump into online or quick match, ranked, quick match, whatever it may be, ranked has preset weights that change every hour or so, whereas quick match you can choose the weight yourself. Another thing that the community mostly hates, because let's say you can only play between 6 PM and 8 PM, like, you know, you work a full-time job and you don't have time to play any other time, you're only ever going to get to experience those weights that are between 6 and 8 PM. And that's just a fucking joke. That's not fair. You're not going to experience any other weight classes. That's just fucking stupid. I think it's the dumbest shit they ever come up with. Another point for when going online, guys, is don't expect to go online and win every fight. You're gonna lose. It's gonna happen. Now, if you're on a losing streak, I recommend jumping into career mode or play against the AI or something, because this game will piss you off more than you ever could imagine. Trust me. It's more likely you'll go against fighters that are abusing the meta, using every spammy tactic in the book, using the most OP fighters in each weight class. That's just what's going to happen. It tends to be what is mostly fueled this game and what this game is mostly filled with. Now, to the game's credit, if you have a good fight with a good simulation player who, let's say they pick John Jones and they fight very simulation John Jones' style, or whoever else, you will have tons of fun. If you and your mates jump on and you say, let's play as realistic as possible, you will have fun. I'll give the game credit in that. If you have two sim players, two realistic players, you will have a good fight. Win or lose, it will be fun. It will be a good, fun battle between two players. However, it's more likely that you will not run into anybody like that. Now, unless you're at the top god level, like, for example, Martial Mind and Proxys, who are so good at the game that they can implement any game style, any play style they choose, you're not going to be fighting every fighter realistically. Most chance are you're going to be going into every fight and you're going to be having a standing exchange. It doesn't matter who you are, you're going to have a standing exchange, do a bit of shitty wrestling, and then most likely get caught with whatever the meta is at the moment. When I was playing, it was standing submissions, it was the clinch. Everybody abused the life out of it, and that hasn't changed for anyone. You will go up against every champion and every overpowered fighter in the game. That's all the advice and tips I can offer for online, because like I said, I'm not great. However, the advice I can actually recommend here is if you're wanting to improve on UFC 4, I do have some tutorials on the channel, however, they are outdated and I don't play the game anymore. If you're wanting to improve as a UFC 4 online player, I would highly recommend Martial Mind, Proxys, and Romero. Proxys and Romero have great tutorials that have helped many, many players improve from, you know, Division 10 all up to Division 20 players. Martial Mind has just great gameplay that he talks through what he's doing as he's doing it, so you can learn from that, as well as the three of them collectively together just having great gameplay in general. So I'd recommend checking out those three channels if you're new to the UFC community. All really good dudes, all great gameplay, and yeah, those are the three I'd recommend. There's plenty of others out there, plenty of good players, but those are the three ones that I would recommend the most, just because they are the ones that are more well known, and especially Proxys, I know he has some pretty nutty tutorials out there, so I'd recommend those three. Now we're going to go on to the career mode. Now this is my world. You know, I test these games to their limits with everything. My most viewed video is losing every fight in UFC 4 career mode, what happens. Another one of my most viewed videos is the final episode of my career mode playthrough. Now I've played every single fighting game career mode wise that I have played multiple times without fail. And I've pushed this game to its limits with, can you get a slam knockout? Can you get doctor stoppage? Can you get a draw? I push it to its limits. For fun. It is entertaining, admittedly, but a lot of the time people want to watch these videos because they want to clown the game something major. However, despite me saying I've played every single career mode through, and I've done it more than once. I do them all more than once, except for this one. It is boring and repetitive after the first play, so I would recommend enjoying the first playthrough as much as possible. From every video I've posted, every career mode video, people seem to just not enjoy it. No one liked this career mode as much as the previous ones. You can't move weight classes freely, even after becoming the UFC champ. You have to just choose one class to be stuck in. You can't even become the WFA champ, which is just ridiculous. You can't defend both titles. You can't choose what weight class you want to move up and down in. You just have to be stuck. If you're a lightweight and you go up to welter, you have to choose one of them, and that's it. Bob's your Uncle Fanny's your aunt. And the reason I say enjoy your first playthrough is because you will never experience anything different. Every playthrough is exactly the same unless you take tons of losses. If you do plenty of wins, it is so scripted, this game. It is boring as fuck. Out of all the ones I've played, this is by far the most boring one. The AI, when you spar, if you want to call it that, they will try and take your fucking head off. The AI in sparring is ridiculous because the game has a built-in damage system where you can get broken rib, concussion, broken leg, damaged arm, whatever. In sparring, the sparring partners will try and cause as much damage to you as possible, so obviously when you go into a fight, you have a concussion or you have an injured rib, and it's just ridiculous. That's not how sparring works. There's no sparring gear, you're literally just going in with 4-ounce gloves, no pads, no nothing, no head guards, and bashing the fuck out of each other. It's so stupid. The training games, the wrestling, the jiu-jitsu, the on the bag, the boxing, the kickboxing, is all fucking boring. The Coach Davis aspect is meant to be your coach who wears fucking cargo combat trousers everywhere. He's fucking shit. He's a cringy dude. I don't like it. I was so overly disappointed with this career mode. It was ridiculous. And that's really all the thoughts I have on career mode without going off on one more. The first time I played it, I had tons of fun. I really did. I think I was lightweight. I picked lightweight, put it on legendary, had tons of fun, challenged and fights, went like rounds 4 and 5, knockouts, submissions, decisions, had tons of fun. I really did. Credit to the game, I really did. Second playthrough though, nothing is different. Yeah, you can skip the tutorial and skip the amateurs, but then you have Dana White choosing night contender, WFA, UFC, and if you want, after you finish the first career, you can just skip it all and go straight to the UFC. So you don't even have to challenge yourself to go through the WFA and the Dana White choosing night contender. You can skip it all after the first play and go straight to the UFC. It's so stupid. I hated it. I couldn't enjoy it. Like I said, if you and your friends have got PlayStations and you both get this game, you will have fun together. You will, guaranteed, because the game has the most updated roster, most updated striking, and it is good fun when you play with a friend or when you play with another simulation player. It can be a lot of fun, but unless you're at that top level where you can implement any style you want, chances are every fight's going to feel the same online because you're just going to be doing the basics, which is just striking in and out of the pocket and maybe a few shitty bits of wrestling. More than likely, you have the same fights with every single fighter, no matter who you use. It's not a fun experience for me. I generally struggled to enjoy this game after 3 or 4 months. I just couldn't get into it, and I don't play it anymore. And this isn't like one of those things that people jump to. It's because you're bad. I was above average as Division 10, Division 11 play. There's 20 divisions, so I was just over halfway. And I'm okay with that. I won the title online. I defended it 4 or 5 times. I never finished recording an online video and was like, I had fun. I just never felt like I enjoyed myself through any of playing the UFC 4 game, except for the first run in the career mode, which was super fun, and obviously that first feeling you get when you first get a new game and everything's super exciting. But other than that, didn't have a great time with this game. I played some UFC 3 recently, having so much fun with it, I really am. UFC 3 online, I've been playing that, and I've had so much fun than I did during UFC 4's release. And UFC 3 is bloody 2, 3, 4 years old. So I just wanted to, for you guys to know what to expect when downloading this game. Do I recommend downloading it? Yes, 100%, because it's free and it's the new roster and it's the new UFC game. I do recommend it. If you're new to the sport and you have no other concept of UFC games, I believe you will enjoy this game for sure. I genuinely do believe you'll enjoy this game. If you've got friends, jump on with them. Trust me, you'll have a fucking riot because it's just so much fun. However, unless you're planning on being the top of the top, I don't think you'll enjoy ranked as much as people like when you watch other people play. I don't think you'll enjoy it as much as you think. But I definitely recommend giving the game a go. Maybe come back here like at the start of March and let me know your thoughts on the game and how you've enjoyed it. Because for me, I've tried to go back to it a few times. I just can't can't enjoy it. I can't get on a rhythm with it. It's just not a fun game for me personally, but I would recommend playing it. I would recommend downloading it. I think people will enjoy it if they're playing with their friends or their first run of a career. But other than that, it's not a game I would write home about or like be like, yeah, super excited for it. But anyways, I hope this kind of helped, guys. Let me know your thoughts on it when you do end up playing it. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Peace.